And good morning. At least it's a good morning so far here. Fire's going off now. You can hear it. At least I think you can hear it. So last night for 2 hours, I ended up putting those shelves. Which definitely looks better. Definitely looks better. And that will be the home for future models when I build them. But for now, that stuff stays. Just getting all these pop-outs. So good morning on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Rumble, Kick, Trovo. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 27 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's not too bad.
Today, expect a high of 31 degrees.
Still not at freezing. The phone that never stops. 10:30 in the morning? Not even. It's a little early for it. So we might get according to an inch of snow by Saturday morning, which is nothing compared to what they were saying we were going to get. Winter storm, nor'easter coming up the coast. I knew they were going to change that. So I was looking at the models, and I was right. Potential nor'easter coming up the winter storm coming up the East Coast. No. I don't know if they pay attention to the models. It's like, really? Maybe they just read what's off the print that they're given. I don't know if they study. I would, if I was doing weather. Well, these are what the two models, they don't have time though. It's not like they have a lot of time to talk about the weather on local broadcasts. A lot of it is, what, 3 minutes? 4 minutes tops going over the weather? Weather needs a lot more than that, but they get their stuff from NOAA. But the mistake a lot of meteorologists use when they do their forecast, they use the American model. But some of them do say, well, there's two models showing, the Euro is saying this, the American is showing this. But there is no way that storm that is developing down south, right here, moves up the coast. This is a big low pressure bringing all this steering currents this way and out. I saw that. There's just no way. And there it goes. Bye-bye. Out to sea. That's the American. That's the Euro. The American always catches up to the Euro model. It's amazing. It always sneaks back to where a Euro model is. It's amazing. But that's why I trust the Euro a lot more than I would the American model. Now the country looks pretty quiet. Yeah, there's snow showers and all that stuff. No major storms. That ended up being a big one as it moved offshore. Now there's some disturbances here in the Gulf that have to be watched. There's a storm system up here. which is going to bring some snow in this area here. I'm watching the Gulf though. Monday, oh, it's moving east toward Florida. This storm system is still up here, moving slowly. The winds are in the opposite direction for the Gulf, so that's good for storms. No storms. Still very windy here and still cold because these systems just keep bringing this cold air down, like this system here, dragging that cold air down behind it. So we're going to get a reinforcing shot of cold air next week. And there's still, this is common. Disturbance is coming down from Canada, little storm systems, clippers, but the country looks very quiet. There's a high pressure developing in the Gulf. Here comes a stormy situation, and here it is. This is a week from tomorrow. This is too far out, but there's a lot of moisture coming up into the Gulf. Could be a low pressure developing in here. This is going to bring that stormy weather right back into this area. And there's a low pressure here, but this is too far out. This could create havoc if this model stays pretty accurate. This could be a big time storm system for next weekend for a lot of people. It's covering the whole midsection of the country, that low pressure, and it's dragging up that warm Gulf air into it. So this could be pretty bad here and here, but it's too far out. Then it slides to the east. But the storm system is so far up north that it doesn't create too much problems for here. We're going to be on the warm side of it. But this is too far out. More Gulf moisture. Pretty decent. I'm just going to keep an eye on next weekend. Something could develop here. This is way out. This is too far out. Way too far. So I would say, yeah, you're going to have the constant showers and snow, the normal activity, but Alexa, stop. Next weekend, got to keep an eye out for the whole midsection of the country moving east. And I mean pretty much the whole midsection moving east, with the line of storms and the storm system more by the Ohio Valley, and then trending toward the east. That's what I see. But we'll see, because that's a week away. You never know. Nothing could happen. It's too far out. Now, I was concerned about the weather because I'm going to see a concert Saturday night and visiting Mark D'Antonio on Saturday for a little while. So I'm going to tell you, I was out there driving when there was a coating. The coating is the worst. It is slippery. But the one great thing up here is they address any snow accumulation right away in my town. So I'm expecting the main roads to be okay to drive, even the highways. But these side streets, when it initially starts snowing, when it's slippery like that, it's dangerous. Even if it's just a coating to an inch. I'd rather have snow on the ground than that coating, because it creates like a glaze and it's like icy. It's dangerous. But I only have to deal with that for like a half a mile to get out of where I live to get to the main roads. So hopefully it won't be what they're saying, a coating to an inch. That's what they're forecasting, but the models are not showing me that. they're saying Friday into Saturday morning. I ain't seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it on the Euro model. Maybe because the cold air is coming down, and it is cold air coming. We're going to get another blast. We're definitely... Oh, that fire is going off. We're definitely going to get another reinforcement of cold. Right here, Saturday morning. This is Friday night, but Saturday morning, 14 degrees in Utica. 30 in New York City, but this colder air is right here. And I'm expecting Saturday to be quite cold. Oh yeah. That's Saturday morning, cold. And then it retreats a little bit. More westerly winds. So it's going to be 32 in New York City. Let's skip a little. Saturday afternoon. Yeah, it's still going to be a chilly day. I'll be here in Connecticut, so it's going to be like 32 degrees on Saturday. But the point is, I don't see the snow. Now it's a little green. It could show some kind of moisture in the air, but not there. That is just cold air in the morning. Look at this cold mass of air. The storm is here. It's way down to the south. So I don't see this dragging anything down with it. It depends on where this ends up. I don't even see an inch of snow. But we'll see. I could be wrong. But I don't see it. Not on the model. And that's the Euro. I bet you the American is close. As it always trends to. Yep, American's right there too. It's amazing. It's amazing. I've been doing this for many years, and it's amazing how the American always catches up to the Euro. Very rare is the American right and the Euro is wrong. Very rare. Doesn't happen often. That's why I trust it for models. But a model is just a model. I want to just check something out. Let's see what the latest is on the fires out west. So this is from the California site of the fires. I want to go to the 3D map. So the Eaton fire. Zero containment for Palisades. So this is still a lot of evacuations, evacuation warning. There was an evacuation order here. So there's a lot still going on in this area in California. I mean, look at this. And that Hearst fire got a little bigger too. But it's really these two. The Eaton fire and the Palisades. And this one too. For these folks in California. And this is a heavy populated area to the south. I mean, there's a lot here. This is super populated. Look at that. I mean, that's a lot of people affected throughout this whole area. Look at this. Look how many people are affected. Wow, that wind is still crazy. I mean, it's a lot. When it loads, you can see all the homes here. And this is a beta map, so it's like the overlayer is not too great. But look at that. Look how densely populated this area is. And where the current evacuation orders are. I mean, this is heavily populated. Away from the mountains. Evacuation orders. I mean, this is bad for a lot of people. I didn't see this one. Sunset, 43 acres. That's new. That's why. I didn't see this yesterday. So now there's a sunset fire. Again, depends on the wind direction. I haven't checked that, which way the wind's coming out of. So hopefully they're not coming down from the north. It looks like it's a coastal thing. It looks like the wind, just based on the patterns, it looks like the wind is a coastal wind. By the way the fire is spreading. Just by the way the map looks. I don't know. I'm guessing, but the way it trends this way tells me the wind is heading in this direction. Now we can check that. If I had to make an educated guess. Okay, where the heck is this? Actually, the winds have diminished and they're not as bad now. The winds are all over the place. So it looks like it's subsided. And it could have been in the opposite direction. It could have been from the north, the wind blowing down the coast south and spread the opposite way that I was talking about. But it definitely looked like it was a coastal wind. But it looks like most of the wind is offshore now. That's a good thing. But now, going forward, still offshore. That's good news. Doesn't look to be too much wind. A lot of it's offshore. That is some serious wind. But most of it's offshore, which is great news for them. Yeah, this is good. No rain, but still the wind is the factor here. It looks like it's definitely subsiding. And this is a week away now. That's when the wind starts to pick up along the coastal areas again in a week. So that's what you got to watch. These winds along the coast here affecting California. It's bad. It's not good. But it looks like in the next few days it's subsiding. Thank God for these people here. The wind is offshore. And I'm sure their alerts have been lifted as far as high wind warnings. It's got to be gone. There's nothing here. Yeah, there could be gusts, but that's typical. But yeah, this is good for these folks. It looks like the wind is way offshore. And that's the euro. I don't even want to look at the American. The American is pretty much in agreement. The winds are offshore, the high winds. It's windy here. You could hear it. I can hear it. So hopefully, and based on this, I'm sure the weather. Alexa, what's the weather in Palisades, California for the next 7 days?
In Palisades, Maryland for the next
Not
7
Maryland.
days. Thursday, 30 degrees
Alexa,
Fahrenheit.
stop. Alexa, what's the weather in Eaton, California for the next 7 days?
In Grattan, California for the next
Oh,
7
Jesus
days.
Christ.
Thursday, 70
Alexa,
degrees
stop. Alexa, what's the weather for Malibu, California for the next 7 days?
In Malibu, California for the next 7 days. Thursday, 70 degrees Fahrenheit and hazy sunshine.
Smoke.
Friday,
Smoke.
66 degrees and hazy sunshine.
Smoke.
Saturday, 65 degrees and lots of sun. Sunday, 67 degrees and lots of sun. Monday, 66 degrees and lots of wind. Tuesday, 71 degrees and lots of sun.
Monday,
Wednesday,
windy.
71 degrees and hazy sunshine. Also, there's an air quality alert in effect until Friday, January 10th,
The smoke.
12:15 a.m. By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
Yes.
One new notification. From Amazon, U.S. National Weather Service has issued a wind advisory for Bombay.
Yep, it's windy
It will
here.
be in effect until January 9th.
Very
10
windy
p.m.
here.
EST.
Gusts up to 40 here. It's been like that for a week. Winds. It's been crazy because I don't want to keep like talking over and over. It's these storm systems offshore and to the north in Canada. That's how it's controlled. You might see some snow all the way down where you are. That's because that cold air is being dragged. I love it because it's really simple. Weather is really simple. It's not complicated for somebody who's been doing it for like all their life. But it's still simple. You can learn this in a day, less than a day. See this, look at this, the strength of that system to the north. Right here. Look how everything is going up and around. This system has a major influence on our weather right now. And since we're on the left side, the wind is being dragged down from the north, bringing that cold air. And that wind, look at the wind offshore by me. That's crazy. That is some serious wind. And I'm up here, but the winds, look at the winds. So that's moderate wind. All being influenced by this crazy system up here. That is a very strong system. And there's a couple of lows here. But this is the one. Now, as far as you, down in Louisiana, all you got to do is look at temperatures. And it can tell you where the cold pocket is. It's actually retreating from you in Louisiana. And moving forward, it should definitely retreat. Oh, look at that, a little dip. But let's keep going. It's going to retreat. Oh, look at that reinforcement of cold air. When is this? Tomorrow. Look at that. Now it's retreating. Still, it's still there. Because these systems and the jet stream is pulling it down. Look at this cold Arctic air coming down. That, look, minus 26, minus 20. Look where it's going, down. And there's a low pressure here, which is dragging it. Right here, there's a low. You can't see it, but it's there. If we put wind, you'll see it, right there. Let's go back to temperatures. Let's skip a little. Look at that, it's dragging it right down. It's gonna be crazy cold up here. But that system drags down that cold air. But look how it's retreating. By Monday, down south, you're warming up. Look how it's lifting. But now it's sinking again because they dragged it down and it's moving east. So it's got to shift. There it goes. Thursday. A week from today, things will warm up for pretty much everywhere it points south, even the midsection of the country. The cold air is retreating. That's a good sign. Yeah, there you could tell on the map, Genghis, the way the cold air is. It's been quite cold in northern Texas. Let's just keep looking. Oh, there's nice warm air. See, this is what I want. This little bubble to get the heck out of here. This should come this way as this low pressure moves east and north. We should get that into that area. It just doesn't want to recede. There it goes. By next week, we start to warm up. But at the same time, there's still a low pressure dragging this cold air down. So we're going to get hit again. There it is. Because of the system and the jet stream. Then you'll be cold again. Look at Dallas, 30. Look at this temperatures. New Orleans, 39. 34, 34. Way down south. Up here in Shreveport, 34. 30 in Alexandria. And this is way out. Not to be too trusted. It's 10 days out. But it gives you an idea, then it retreats. But look at that, look at that cold air. Oh my gosh. Holy, another blast. Oh my God, I gotta call Don. Look at that. Look at the mass of cold air predicted in a couple of weeks. That is serious. Look at these temperatures. Minus 26? No, 20. Is it? Yeah, negative. Negative. Those are negatives. All the way, oh my gosh, all the way to Illinois, Iowa. Single digits down here. This is a cold air mass predicted. If it stays true, but it retreats quick. Wow, that's a massive. But it's going to stay mostly to the north, thank God. So this is what I watch. I watch all the patterns. And what's not happening this year, like it has been in the last 10 years, a high pressure sitting here because of these storms that would bring up the warmer air. That's not happening. It looks like there could be a high pressure developing here. Right there. Could be. See the circulation? Clockwise. This could be good news in like 3 weeks, toward the end of January. February could be a warmer month. Oh yeah, there's a high pressure there. That's good news. If this model is true, that's going to bring a lot of warmth. But that's weeks away. And this is bad for stormy activity. But this is too far out. I'm more worried about next weekend for this area, right here. This is bad news. This is storms everywhere. Dallas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, points east, and major snow up here. Major. There's a low pressure here. This could be the next big system next weekend for the whole country. And I'll be keeping an eye on it. But as of what I see, this is the one to watch now. Look at all that warm Gulf moisture coming up, interacting with the colder air here. That means storms developing severe, possibly here. Right in here. Well, not so far north, really down here. And then moving east. And there it goes, it's moving east. See? Now the Gulf moisture is more feeding over here, Alabama. And now it's over here toward the coast. So you got that cold air behind it, that warm air ahead of it, you get storms lining up. It's even going to warm up here for a brief time. So next weekend, if you live down south, keep an eye on your weather. I'm telling you, and I'm very rarely wrong. Of course I'm human. I make mistakes, but very rarely do I make, because I go on the models. But I'll say that with a little sidebar, this is a week away. It can change. I'll look at this again by, say, Wednesday and see what's going on. But right now, I wonder if they're talking about it. It's too early. I doubt it. Highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. That's the one that's going on now. Yeah, it's way too far out. I will keep an eye on this in the next 5 days. But this storm is true. This system. The storm that is not going to hit here, thank gosh. It's going to go east, and then it's going out to sea. But it's going to affect a lot of people down here now. And you could see the radar. What did you say? They had snow in Dallas, Genghis? It makes sense. And there you go. That's where the snow is right now. And a mixture. Right where Dallas is, it's a mixture. But look at these heavy pockets of snow in here. That's heavy snow. The darker blues. Oklahoma. Let's see what they're saying. It's moving to the northeast. And it's starting to change over to ice and rain. Most of the heavy snow is up here. Oklahoma, east of Oklahoma City. But look at that. It's incredible. I can't even imagine how much snow they're getting here. I would love to see what Oklahoma City looks like right now. Because they're getting pounded with these bands of heavy snow. Right? Look at that band coming in with the little mix in there. But look at that. That's heavy snow. Now, I don't know if there's a live feed on EarthCam of Oklahoma City. I'd be curious. I'm actually going to see. I want to see what it looks like there. Oh, these winds. My God. Do you hear it? You can hear my chimes. Oklahoma City. Oh my gosh. Whiteout. White out. Oh, look at Oklahoma City. Can't even see. It's like whiteout conditions. This is Oklahoma City. Wow. It's coming down, those heavy bands. Just what it shows on the radar. They're getting hit. So that's what it indicates on radar. Alexa, what's the weather in Oklahoma City?
In Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, it's 29 degrees Fahrenheit with snow. Today's forecast calls for more of the same, with a high of 34 degrees and a low of 29 degrees. Also, there's a winter storm warning in effect until Friday, January 10th, 12 p.m.
That means they can get 6 inches or more in Oklahoma City. When it's the winter storm watch, that means it's a possibility. When it's a warning, that means 6 inches or more. A winter weather advisory is less. A winter storm warning means that they're going to get like 6 or more inches of snow in Oklahoma City. Matter of fact, we need to go look at their weather. But that's crazy when you think about it. In Oklahoma City, they're getting a winter storm. Let me go back to AccuWeather. I want to see what they're saying about that. Here we go. Winter storm warning. It doesn't say 6 inches. I'm going to look now. Heavy snow. Oh, well, additional. Heavy snow. Additional snow accumulation between 3 to 5 inches on top of what they already have. So yeah, it's like 6 or more. Portions of central and southern Oklahoma and northern Texas until noon local time tomorrow. That's wicked. Even northern Texas. Yes, I agree, Genghis. Spend as least amount of time that you can going outdoors. You don't want to be out there in that. No way. And they're not prepared for that, really. I mean, a few inches down south is like a major catastrophe because they're not built for it. It's like chaos. And this is why I keep saying states down south need to be better prepared for winter weather. It's all about the money. Now, you know, that's for local, state. Let's see, maybe these states can have discussions with the federal government when Trump is in office and see if they can help pour some money into the infrastructure in these states down south, like Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Oklahoma, these states that are getting infected. And they have to realize the fact that this is becoming more common. This is not like a rare occasion. This is happening more often. And they have to really prepare. You got to be prepared. You have to prepare the infrastructure for stuff like this. It's better to be prepared than not. So, and that's across the board. That's not just for the roads. It's also about the electrical grid. And I wonder how many people really have heat in their homes. Heaters? I don't live down there. You might be able to tell me. Are they prepared to deal with cold temperatures like this down south? Or have they been getting more prepared to deal with these colder temperatures? You know? Okay, based on my drone experience, it's all about line of sight and visibility. You lose that, you're toast. That's one of the things they train you on in the school thing. Line of sight of the drone. You lose line of sight, you're toast. You're supposed to keep line of sight of the drone. And you're actually supposed to have another person with you to keep an eye for you because you're the operator. There are some, I'm sorry, I got to finish the course and take the test whenever I have time. But it's federal. This is a FAA thing. This is not like New York State is different from Louisiana. This is a federal FAA guideline thing when it comes to drones. Like, if I'm a drone operator, licensed, after I take my test, because I can still use my drone recreationally, but I'm talking as a drone operator to work commercially or private for companies, like a real estate company to take a drone footage of a home to be sold. There's a lot involved with knowing the rules. People may not realize that. It's one thing to be a recreational user. It's another one to be an actual drone operator where you're responsible for a lot of stuff, because if you're working, if you got a client, I mean, this is not a joke. But let's say you're with me, but I have the license. I can let you operate it. I can give you the controls of that drone because I am there with you. That is a rule. So you don't have to have the certification as long as you're with someone who does. That's pretty interesting. That's in the guidelines. I'm telling you, there are so many rules. So, and they say you have to have a person, not just you, because remember, you're focused on the drone. You don't see all the other stuff going around you. That's why they say you need a line of sight person to help you keep a visual. And I don't want to show the test, like the course I'm taking, because that's paid. It was actually a lot of money, and I got to finish that course. But the place I would advise, and this is where I'm taking my course, if it comes up. And Eric and I, it's actually Eric and I are doing this together. We're studying together. And this is pretty cool because they got all kinds of, even for commercial planes, they have courses for everything. Okay, drone pilot. $129. I told you it was a little pricey. And they have an excellent pass ratio for the test, because you got to go to a site to take the test. You have to go, like here, I have to go to the local airport to take the test. And it's, it's a multiple choice. And which is good about multiple choice is when you read it, you could remember the answer in your head when you see it in the line. But this is the course. See, drone ground school with video instruction is fun and easy to understand. All the regulations, even weather. Weather's a big part of it. And they have an excellent pass ratio. Yeah, each segment can be completed in 15 minutes, but there's so many sessions. Look at this. Pass your FAA. See, FAA. UAS, the drones. Guaranteed or your money back. You will be a certified remote pilot before you know it. Course running time is anywhere between 15 to 17 hours. So this is not like something you could just do quickly. You have to really, and you have to remember, they have tests. Like after we do a certain segment, let me stop sharing. Because I want to log in. Where is the login? Where is the login? My online courses. There it is. I done 4. Let me just make sure there's no information here. And I haven't done it since April. Oh my God. Because I've been so busy. I've completed 4 out of 9. I did half. But now I got to do the 4 again. Because I don't remember. I got to do a refresher. And how the course is, okay. I got to just scroll up a little because it has my information on the top. I can't even do that. But let me just hit this. So this is the one I did. One course. Look at this. This is the regulations. Look at all that. That's just in one segment. That's just in one segment. And this is why I say it's a lot more complicated to be a drone operator licensed than it is just for recreational. There is a lot of regulations. People don't realize it. That's why when all this drone stuff was going on, now I don't want to get into too many details. Yes, Genghis, absolutely. Oh no, those are shelves, and I changed the lighting because that's where the models are going to be going up. I did those shelves last night. Took me 2 hours. Yes, because that's eventually where the models are going to go. All the Iron Maiden collectibles are on the top, even the caps, because those are tour caps. I put a bunch of alien-related stuff in the bottom shelf, and I put that alien like it's coming out the wall. This took me time last night, but it's very secure. I anchored it well, leveled it by eye, because I'm good like that. I can do that, even though I drew the line with a 2x4. But yeah, but the cool thing about this is, let me go back to regulations. Let's just click on one. Now, I am not going to play the video because it's paid for. This one clip is, oh, here we go. This one clip is 24 minutes long in just one area, in the one chapter. There are 9. This is just one of, and that list that you just seen, this is just one area. And it's a 24-minute video you watch, and then you could take a test afterwards. They give you a Q&A. But remember what I said about visual line of sight. You will also find this lesson in text format. But see that?
Limitations.
Operation rules and limitations.
One cardinal rule that applies all the time is that at least one flight crew member, either the remote PIC, the person manipulating the controls, or the visual observer, must be able to see the aircraft at all times during flight. This requirement is called visual line of sight.
That's what I was just telling you. So when you said snow and rain and you can't see the drone, it's against the rule. You must keep line of sight at all times. And I remember that one clearly because that they emphasized that all the time. She did sound like Barbara Walters. And then at the end of the chapter, okay. Look at the questions. In accordance with 14 CFR Part 107, you may operate a drone from a moving vehicle when no property is carried for compensation or hire. Now, what do these two have? Suburban, I'm just going to do this. That's right. Over sparsely. You see how the other two have populations? Over a suburban area, there's people. Over a parade or other social events, there's people. When no property is carried, you can do it over a sparsely populated area. So this is like the test. They do a thing. Now, this is an easy one. In accordance with the blah, 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 except when within 400 feet radius of a structure, at what maximum altitude can you operate? And this is a rule. It's 400. Unless it's over a tower, you can go over the tower to exceed it. See? And I'm not going to continue this, but there's rules. There are rules that you must follow. So when these people are seeing drones way up in the air, either they're doing it illegally, and that's all I'm going to show. I don't want to get too crazy with that. or they're removing something from the drone so it's not tracked. And that's all I'll say on that. Because I'm on TikTok and YouTube and Facebook. I don't want to go into details because I don't want to give people details about that. That's irresponsible. So, because I'm not pulling out my drone and I wouldn't show my registration numbers anyway. On the side of your drone, and you must carry it at all times, is your registration information. If the FAA comes to you while you're operating a drone, it doesn't matter if it's a recreational drone. You must register that drone. You're supposed to register the drone. If it's, I think, over 0.549 or 5 in weight, it's a certain weight. Like little drones, you don't have to. But when it hits a certain weight size, you must register it. So you have to put the registration on the side of the drone, the numbers and letters on the side, and you have to carry that certificate with you in your wallet so you could show them that you... And I also have a recreational use license, like it's in my wallet, even for recreation. And you have to take a easy little questionnaire test for it. You get it right away. It's easy. There's a lot involved with drones. I have the Mavic Pro 2. It's a nice drone. It's a nice size drone. But like say here, if I was to turn my drone on, since I live so close to an airport and National Guard base, it will not let me fly up in the air unless if I was licensed. You put your email and your password in the controller, it sends that out to them, and then they can approve me as a drone operator. There's a map that comes up, no fly zones, like you cannot fly, restricted. Then you'll see the areas where you could use it recreationally and you have no problem. But they GPS your location. So there's a lot, I'm telling you, there's a lot involved with drone use. People may not realize it until you own one, and then you realize what you got yourself into. Like I said, I can go a little to my north and fly it from a park. I have no problem. There's no restriction. Here there is, because I live so close to the airport. So there's a lot involved. But I got to finish that course. That wind has got me freaking out today. And Eric and I need to get back to school and do these courses because we do it together. It's so much fun, the two of us doing it together, because it's good to do it with someone and you go over the questions together. And I got to get in contact with him because we really need to finish this course. I need to take this. On top of everything else I'm so busy in life with. It is scary to think about. Just think about it. What happens if the drone goes out of control and God forbid it hits the ground and you hit someone? You are responsible. Criminal. If you did something wrong, you are going to be held liable. It's serious stuff. This is not a joke. Like that thing that happened in Florida when it was hitting the ground, the drones, and it hit a child who ended up going to the emergency room for like a heart procedure. Those drone operators are being held liable. There's an investigation. The FAA automatically launches an investigation. And they're going to be held liable. And they would hold me liable as a drone operator. So it's a lot more. I showed you a bunch of stuff already on the screen. That I'm taking the course. So when people talk, they don't know. Unless they actually are a drone operator licensed and they know the rules and regulations involved with drones. Otherwise, it's talk. They know nothing. They just opinionated. But I just showed you a few things that you brought up based on the course stuff that I've taken already, which I have to complete because I'm not done yet. Yeah, that would be interesting to have a drone follow me while I'm bike riding. But still, there's a lot of rules attached to that. I have to get a clearance because there are pedestrians, there are people on that trail. It's not just me by myself in a remote area. As I just showed you on that question test thing after that chapter. So what it said, if it's a sparsely populated area, you don't need, but that's a moving vehicle, but it doesn't matter. It's a moving vehicle. It could be a bike. You have to get clearance from them to allow you to do that. See, people do it and they're taking a chance. God forbid something happens, they're in deep trouble. Because a lot of people don't have licenses. They use it recreationally. They don't care. They don't know the rules. The FAA knows the rules. You should know the rules, but people don't. And what happens if, God forbid, something bad happens? You are criminally held. Charges. This is serious stuff. They don't take... This is serious. They don't take this lightly at all when it comes to drone operation. You failed the question. But I just showed you the question. You saw it? I can't show much because that's a paid course. I can get in trouble for showing too much. But, you know. And I'm telling you, there's so much involved. I mean, you got to know about so much stuff. And I got to take the test. That's the airport here. You have to go in person. It's not like you could take the test online. You got to go in person and take the test there. By the FAA. It's not a joke. But people, they don't know. They talk like they know, but they don't know. Which is fine. See, this is drone pilot license test prep course. And again, going back to, and this is just one area. This is just one chapter. Just one. All that. That's just one little area. There's so much you have to know. And this is a big one. Aircraft registration, which I already completed. There is operation rules. Then it comes with the videos, which I cannot show because it's paid. But then the questions. After you watch the video, and there's that question. In accordance with 14 CFR Part 107, you may operate a drone, UAS, from a moving vehicle. A moving vehicle. You think that's a car. If you're moving, it could be a bicycle, could be a motorcycle, could be a boat, could be anything. It's a moving vehicle. A bicycle is considered a moving vehicle. From a moving when no property is carried for compensation or hire over a sparsely populated area, over suburban people, over a parade or other social events. That one's so retarded that it's so obvious that's not the answer. Bang. Bang. Next. 400 feet is the regulation. You're not supposed to go over 400 feet unless it's a structure or tower. You can go 400 feet above that tower. And I think the distance to the tower, you have to stay away from it is 100 feet. I can't remember that number. See, I got to refresh on the course. But 400 feet is the max. You're not supposed to go over 400 feet. But people, you know, it's so bizarre what people think out there. And I got to redo the course because I can't remember any of this. Okay. This is a tricky one. Let's see what you think. Under Part 107, you must cease operating a UAS. Cease! Stop! At what? Sunset, the end of evening civil twilight, the beginning of morning civil twilight. Which one do you think it is? Genghis, pick one. A, B, or C. So sunset, the end of evening civil twilight, or the beginning of morning civil twilight? I know the answer, I think, from the test, doing these courses. These are rules, regulations. See it? Regulations. Now, you can fly at night if you get, again, you put in the paperwork. You have to submit it, and they must approve. It's not as simple as you think. People have a misunderstanding about operating a drone. It's not the morning. It's evening civil twilight, I believe. See? Technicalities. It's not sunset because it's still light out as the sun sets. It's the technical end of evening civil twilight. Technicality. It's a technical little thing. And this goes on and on. So they break it down, the course, really well on this course. This course has an excellent pass ratio. They're great at this, what they do. So, again, there's a lot. It's like Seinfeld menu. I've only done 4. You think that's crazy? You got to know about lift, drag, everything considering the aircraft in the air. There's a lot of technical shit with that. Oh my God, it gave me a headache. And believe it or not, of course, I haven't started this course yet. I haven't done this yet. This is next. I can't watch it. So I haven't even done this course yet. This part of the course. And it won't let me hit the questions because oh, okay. All right, so I have not taken this yet. It seems like common sense. I have not done this chapter yet. What are the characteristics of stable air? Good visibility and steady precipitation. Poor visibility and poor visibility. There's 2 poor visibilities there, so you would think those are gone. But there could be a tricky thing here. This could be a trick question. I'm going with A. I bet you it's wrong. Wrong. See? The obvious one is not the one. I haven't taken this course, part of the course yet. See that? Poor visibility, stable air. Stable air, poor visibility, and steady precipitation. That's crazy. But I haven't taken this part of the course yet. So that's why it's important, because there's a lot of technicalities that you would think, oh, I could answer these questions without a problem on the test. Bull BS. BS. I knew it too when I said it. A is wrong. I knew it was going to be the other ones because that's why they put 2. To trick you. It had to be one of the 2. I should have just went with the 50-50. So, and there's a lot of chapters here. A lot. Risk management. I did question review. They have practice exams, actual practice exams. This is a heck of a course. That's why it costs that money. But again, to become a drone operator licensed, it's a lot. It's a lot of technicalities, regulations. You have to know so much. And remember what I just said about line of sight. It's so important. They keep emphasizing that throughout the course. Line of sight, safety. As a drone operator, safety is the number one thing that they push all the time. To people, to yourself, to aircraft, safety is definitely the number one priority as a drone operator. But again, people do things recreationally. They don't know specifically like the rules. I took a quick little test for recreational use to get a certificate. If they come up to me, I have it. It's in my wallet. That I took it, that course. And again, in my drone box is the registration paperwork, and the registration numbers are on the side of the drone itself. That's a rule. That's not a... So everybody's supposed to have that. Everybody's supposed to, like I said, over a certain weight and size, you're supposed to register your drone with the FAA. They got to know that you have that drone and you're flying it because they're going to track it. So, like I said, there are ways people can get around that. And they're going to get in a shitload of trouble. Fines if they catch you. But people do it anyway. Nothing you can do about that. It's up to the individual to be responsible. There's a lot of people that are not. They don't care. So yeah, there's a lot when you're a drone operator, there's a lot involved. And I'm done with the drone talk. So, yeah. Oh my God, P and K. They're just both so busy. It's really come down to that with Keith and Paul. Well, I should have said Paul and Keith, P and K. Keith works crazy hours, and so does Paul. It's hard for them to get on the same page now to do things together. It's unfortunate, but that's just the reality. Matter of fact, I can't call him now, but I gotta talk to Keith. But Mark is live. Mark D'Antonio's live all the time. Sky 2 live stream. He does his thing. I'm actually encouraging Mark to take on a new project, which I hope he does, to make 360 videos of space. Yeah. It's unfortunate, Brandy. It is what it is. But my kick now, which I should get it Monday, which I should track it to see where the heck it is. I already got a GoPro Hero 12, but I'm getting the GoPro Max 360 so I've been doing a lot of bike riding. But I want to make 360 videos. Like if somebody's wearing a VR, like I have the Quest 3, oh my gosh, it's amazing. So I'm going to start making my bike rides in the trails with a 360 camera. And I want Mark to do the same for space. That will be wicked. And he said he's going to try to do it. I'm actually going to see Mark in person on Saturday. I still have no idea where my camera is. Oh my God, what is wrong with people? Where is this? It just came up on my thing. Somebody opened up the emergency exit on a plane in Boston Logan Airport, and they arrested the person. It just came up on my... People are just... What is wrong with people? I don't know if it's mental issues. I don't know what it is. But something's just not right. It's just came up, but I don't see it now. It just came up and it's not there. Oh, here it is. Police arrest JetBlue passenger who opened emergency exit, prompting security concerns. This was in Boston's Logan International Airport on Tuesday, so this is a couple of days ago. What the heck is going on? Crazy. Yeah, you got to watch Mark. I didn't read it on Red Star. I didn't read more of the article. I just read it briefly. I have been doing, Brandy, that's how I lost 65 pounds. I don't know how long it's been since you've been here. That's how I lost 65 pounds on top of dieting. My A1C is now 5.6. Normal. My blood is normal for the first time in like 20 years. Well, that's an emergency situation. If you're on a plane in a flight, you're not if there's no emergency, there's no reason to open an emergency exit door. You are jeopardizing the pressure of that plane and the people inside. That's just insane. I don't know. I didn't read more of it, Red Star. I didn't read it. Like I said, I can't talk about something unless I do the research into it. I'm just speculating. But logic would dictate anybody opening up that door without any kind of authorization from any of the crew is wrong. If there was an emergency, that's for the people of the crew to tell you, okay, exit through this door, blah, blah, blah. If somebody just walks up to the door and opens it, even on the ground, it's wrong. You have no reason to open that door. There are rules. You just don't go and, okay, I want to open up the emergency exit door while people are boarding the plane. What? That's just crazy. I mean, that's totally irrational for a person to do. I don't walk on a plane thinking, okay, I'm going to go play with this. I'm going to open that. Exactly. You're jeopardizing other people's lives. Even if you're on the ground. I mean, obviously you're causing a major delay by doing something like that because all kinds of alarm bells go off when that door opens. So it's wrong. Regardless of any situation, never open up the emergency exit door on a plane. It doesn't matter if I read it or not. The point is, whether I read the article or not completely, it doesn't matter. You do not open the emergency exit door at any time on a plane, period, unless instructed to exit through it. You are not authorized to open that door as a passenger, period. Period. That's just stupid. Oh my gosh. Oh, so now if a fire breaks out on a plane, you can run up to that door and open it yourself to get out. You think that's as easy as it is? No. They have to do it. That's why there's a crew on board. They are in charge of what goes on that plane, not you, not a passenger. You have no authorization on that plane. Doesn't matter. If there was a fire broke out in the plane, okay, so now it's my decision. I'm going to open this door to get out. Say we're on the ground. Something happens. Smoke fills the cabin. Oh, I got to get out. It's an emergency. I got to go and open that door. Another thing, too, you're going to cause is panic on that plane. So, and these are the concerns when you fly, when you're dealing with people on board, because you don't know what anybody's capable of doing. And there's quite a bit. Because the opening the emergency, and I'm reading about it now. And this is, I don't know how old this article, oh, this is the new one. JetBlue passenger suddenly opens exit door as flight is taxiing for takeoff at Boston Airport. A person on board the plane, now this is as it was taxiing, so it was moving, suddenly opened an exit door and was quickly restrained by other passengers. So they just decided to open the fucking door on their own. Excuse my language. The JetBlue passenger Angel Luis Torres Morales of Puerto Rico was arraigned Wednesday in East Boston Division of Boston Municipal Court on charges of interfering with operations of an aircraft. The door was opened about 7:30 Tuesday suddenly and without warning, Massachusetts State Police spokesman Tim McGurk said in a statement. The opening of the overwing exit door caused an emergency slide to deploy. Some passengers panicked. What did I say? You cause panic. Chaos. You did by doing something like that. They were like freaking out. They were like, stop, stop. Wynn said the passenger was seated behind him and was arguing with his girlfriend over a cell phone. Then the guy got up and ran down the aisle toward the door. He tried to get out of the plane. This is the crazy stuff that goes on a plane. Having an argument. He decides he wants to get out the plane. It's taxiing. It's getting ready to go on the runway and take off. It's getting ready. So it's moving slowly, but it's taxiing. It's getting ready to... People are just nuts. And this happened Tuesday. It is nutty. I'm reading now the regulations. So it actually says here, assisted means the crew from the cabin to the wing are required for each type A or type B exit located above the wing and have a step down unless the exit with the assist means can be shown to have a rate of passengers egress at least equal to that. So it's all the crew. And I'm actually looking at the regulations now. And there's a lot. Emergency egress assistant means and escape routes. Here it is in plain English. You cannot open that door under any circumstances. No passenger can. No authorization. And this is it right here. Code of Federal Regulations. Each non-wing over wing type A, type B, or C exit, all of them, and any non-over-wing land plane emergency exit more than 6 feet from the ground with the airplane on the ground and the landing gear extended must have an approved means to assist the occupants in descending to the ground. So it doesn't matter. Assisted means is the crew. So under no circumstances are you to open that door on your own without the crew being the ones to determine what happens next in an emergency situation. Period. It's in the federal regulations. So anybody who wants to be like taking shit upon themselves and do things, well, you also are jeopardizing and creating panic for the other people on that plane. And you're going to be arrested. Period. There is no other. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry, simple. And it makes sense. It's logical that you're not going to do that. It's logical. I don't think, and I've flown a lot, I've never been on a plane with an unruly passenger, thank God. Because just think about it. If you fly often, or even if you flew once, you know how everybody settles in and, you know, if they're alone or they're with other people, it's kind of quiet. Everybody's like, there's a certain little tension in the air when you fly. That's normal. People are a little tense, especially takeoff and landing. And when turbulence hits. People are very quiet, subdued. They're doing their own thing, reading, listening to music, watching the screens on the chair in front of them, whatever it is. Personally, I love to get the window seat, look out, and play my music. That's what I do. But if some tension happens on the plane, everybody on that plane gets tense. For example, if there's turbulence, you could see it. You could look around and monitor the other people on the plane. You could see the uneasiness of the people on that plane. And if you create a stir, you're going to become the focus of attention because now everybody's like, well, look at this person. It's even at points, one time I was flying back from Utah, and there was a very small child on board, an infant, crying, and it would just seem like it was for like an hour. The baby got sick. So the stewardess came and tried to help, assist, all that. But after a while, the rest of the people around that area, they're not saying anything, but you could see they're visibly annoyed about what's going on with that. And that's an infant. The infant was 2 seats in front of me to the right by the aisle. And I was like, wow. But I had my earbuds on. And it's a child. It's an infant. Got sick. It happens. What are you going to do? You feel sorry for what the parents are going through, trying to take care of their child. But flying is, one of those things. Got to be careful. Because anyone, and it's all about their mental state. Some people lose it. And I've been on planes where there was serious turbulence. And I'm saying to myself, oh my gosh, this is tough. When that plane is bouncing and stuff falls from the top, you're like, oh boy. And if I'm feeling that, everybody else on that plane is definitely feeling it too. They're like, in the back of their minds, they may put on a shield or a face and say, nothing to worry about here. Deep down inside, they have a concern about what's going on at that moment. It would be BS if they said, oh, this is nothing. It's human nature. So, I gotta watch my fires. I think this one's going out. It is going out. That was quick. I knew it. I didn't see no orange glow. But anyway, it's almost noon. Have a great one, Brandy. it's like when you drive, it's not just you as a driver. You have to also be concerned about the others around you driving. You got to, you drive safely, but sometimes it's not in your control. It's other drivers. That's just as a major concern as you driving is the others around you. That's how accidents happen. So it's the same thing. You have to always have your bearings and your surroundings and an understanding about everything that's going on around you, really at all times. Because you never know when something's going to happen. And it's not a paranoia, it's preparedness. It's better to be prepared and responsible than irresponsible and not prepared. It's common sense. That's like here, if there was a storm, it doesn't even matter. I have plenty of gas for my generators in the garage. Plenty of dry food and canned food with long shelf life. I have a well. I have solar panels. I can sustain. But a lot of people aren't prepared for a long-term event. There's only so much you can do. But if the proverbial SHIT hits the fan, that's when things get dicey and interesting. Because people are going to be scrambling because they didn't prepare. I'd rather be prepared in the event of an emergency situation than not. And that includes making sure there's medications, first aid kits, everything. Because you never know. And one thing about my vehicle, that car never goes below a half a tank of gas. Ever. Right now it's topped to the full because I'm going to a concert on Saturday. So it's topped. Because I don't feel like stopping. I like to have plenty of gas at all times. It's no good to run your car when it's low anyway. All that stuff comes into the system and makes a wreck. It's no good for the vehicle. But it's a preparedness thing too. It's good to be prepared. In the event something happens, you never know. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know if a catastrophe happens tomorrow or today, this afternoon, something could happen. And it's not, again, being paranoid. It's being prepared. Plenty of dog food for the dog, both canned and dry, including the cats outside. So, like I said, it's good to be prepared in the event of anything. And if there's a big storm, certain states have certain regulations and rules when it comes to medications. Say your medication is running low, but you're not at the 30-day or whatever 90-day refill. You're not eligible for your refill yet because otherwise you pay out of pocket. If you have coverage, depending on what type of coverage. But some states, if there's a major storm coming, they allow you to refill all your scripts, even though you are not eligible to have them refilled yet. They will do it because they want you to have your medication in the event of a storm event that they have no idea the duration of time it affects the region. Starship Flight 7. Oh, when is that? Monday. Thank you, Daryl, if you're watching. I gotta check that out. Now that is awesome. So he just sent me a message. SpaceX to launch Starship Mega Rockets Flight 7 test on Monday, 5 Eastern. He just sent me the information. So thank you to Daryl. This is so important. People don't realize how important this Starship is. It's super important for the space program and moving forward with Elon and NASA and the moon and beyond and supplies. This is the key. Monday, January 13th, 5 p.m. Eastern. There it is. That's awesome. Yeah, that happens all the time with the X-37B. It's been going up there for years. Wow. That's the one thing. SpaceX is on it. Elon is on it. Regardless of what you think, like or dislike of the person as an individual, it doesn't matter. The person has done a tremendous job for the space program in the United States. Period. New Glenn launch should be cool too. It's comparable in size to Starship. That's tonight at 1 a.m. Eastern. I'm definitely... Send me the link. I will do that tonight. New Glenn launch should be cool too. It's comparable to the size of Starship. That's tonight at 1 a.m. Eastern. 320 feet tall. I'm going to look that up. I'm definitely going to stream that tonight. Oh, he already sent me the link. Okay, so let me get out of here and go to his link. Oh, I see it. Oh, it's Blue Origin. What? Bezos? Bezos, you have no chance to catch Elon, so give up. So this is tonight. Blue Origin, space company owned by Amazon, is set to launch its reusable New Glenn rocket for the first time. If successful, the rocket could become a rival to SpaceX's Falcon Heavy, no way, which has become the go-to launch vehicle for companies looking to put large payloads into orbit. Oh, so it's very similar, but not quite, to the Falcon Heavy. And it's happening tonight. Oh, he's got... Oh my God, he looks like he wants to outdo... He wants to outdo Elon. Look at the Falcon Heavy. Look at the Falcon 9. Look what he's got plans for. So this is just the New Glenn landed booster. He's got one with bigger payloads planned. Right here. There's the Delta IV Heavy. But look at Elon's compared to the ones that Bezos is trying to develop. The New Glenn. Wow. Wow, there's competition is good for the marketplace. Competition is always good. But that's going to be interesting to see how that develops. Okay, I'm bookmarking that, Daryl, if you're watching. You can watch it on X at SpaceX Monday. This is Monday, 5 p.m. Eastern. So just go to SpaceX and you can find this information. This is cool. That is super cool. Anyway, I want to hear the song that I wrote last night. I gotta check Amazon first. It's noon now, and I gotta take my shot. Six items. The Enterprise is coming today. 6 items. 7 items are coming today. The Glue, the Enterprise, the tube transparent paint, both sets of lights. And I'm not going to end up using that, the string, clear string to hang them, because I'm not hanging them. Wow, there's a lot of stuff coming today from Amazon. Oh my God, let me check my phone. Take my shot. Okay, let that cool down a little bit before I put it in my body. And as far as vaccines, my thing is about this. Everybody has the individual choice to make decisions for their own bodies. Whether you take it or not, that's simply your choice. It's not to push onto somebody to do it or not to do it. That is an individual's choice. And that's the way it should be left. Not to persuade others to do it or don't do it. That has to be the responsibility of the individual themselves to make that decision. And whatever influences them on that decision, they own that. So I'm not one here to say for or against, because that's not my place. That's, again, about freedom of choice, freedom of making the decision for yourself, for your own body. That's a choice you have to make, not other people telling you whatever, or opinions, or so-called facts, or facts. I would just simply tell people, do the proper research and don't hinge on conspiracy. Do the research and make your own decisions on making a life choice. Because it's your life, not other people. It's your life. What you decide to do, if that's what it should be about, it's your decision to decide what you want to do. Not what other people say. That doesn't matter. The ultimate decision lies with you to make a decision for yourself or your loved ones. Period. I don't get caught into that rhetoric or politicizing vaccinations. Again, that's for an individual to make their own choices for or against. Because everything has consequences and ramifications. It's simple. You decide what you want to do for yourself. Because whatever your decision is will have consequences. It's that simple. There's no irrationality there. And it's not my place that's a good thing. Oh my gosh, look at all these messages. It didn't take long. Insane. Like, I do this every week. This is Mounjaro. I was doing Ozempic, had very bad side effects from it. My body, my choice. But I make sure I do I go to the doctor every 3 months because of my underlying health issues. I was type 2 diabetes, and I had a heart attack. Well, close, very close, last year. So I have underlying health issues, and I monitor that very closely and responsibly. When I went on Mounjaro, I have no side effects from this. A lot of what comes up on a blood or urine test can indicate if something's going on in your body. White blood cell, red, kidneys, pancreas, etc. Blood tests and urine tests go a long way for early diagnosis on possible flags that can happen in your body. Those early flag warning signs can save your life. Because a lot of people go undiagnosed because they don't go to the doctor. And then it's too late. I know a few friends with stage 4 and died because they never went to the doctor and they never got diagnosed. If they would have went to the doctor and been screened properly, especially when they hit a certain age, for the recommended testing they should do when they reach a certain threshold, they might still be alive today. As sad and tragic as that sounds. So I take the responsible approach as I get older for my body and my health. That's why when I had that incident last year, I was 236 pounds and out of control. I took it upon myself to make a life change to save my life. And that was losing weight, eating properly, exercising, etc. And Mounjaro added another dimension to it as well because it helped lower my A1C to where, as of Monday, I am now normal on my A1C. For the first time in God knows how long. Now, at the same time I say that, who's to know long-term effects of anything you take? Short-term, seems everything's great, but you really don't know. What are the lab results? How long have they been studying these things that they put out on the market? FDA, whatever. That's a realistic, logical question. But this helps me stay alive today, where I may not have a tomorrow if I wasn't doing everything I'm doing. There's so many ways to look at things in life. So when people are irresponsible, when they make comments about this or that, that's your opinion. based on your research, based on what you want it to believe to be. Because that's what you think. Because that's what you've been told on one side or the other. It just goes with your narrative. It supports everything that you believe in. Fine. That's your priority. That's your prerogative. But me, I get into everything when it comes to my health. I have all the medical records. I have access to everything because I want it to be that way. When I see my doctor, I talk to him. I ask questions, including medication side effects and the research done on that medication. And I ask everything. I drive my doctors crazy in a good way because they a lot of times people go to the doctor, you have any questions? No? That's it. People say nothing. They have no questions. They don't question. They just say, well, after they go through their whatever they tell you, do you have any questions? People stay silent. Ask questions. Do the research. You can do the research of any diagnosis that you have at your disposal on the computer. If you've been diagnosed with something, do the research. Find out more information so that when you go to the doctor's office, you know the questions you want to ask of the doctor. To me, that's common sense again. Everything breaks down to common sense, not some kind of other reality that people live in because it's convenient for them to believe in that system of opinion and belief system that they have. Because it fits a narrative that goes along with everything else they believe in. I don't understand that, but that's the way people are. I am objective. I look at everything on every side. Then I'll reach my own opinion without being manipulated or controlled by what this side is saying or this side is saying. I need to find out, because somewhere in the middle lies the truth. And I do my research. And I would advise people do that. Instead of just following in line to everything you're told by a certain branch of media or social posts or a person you watch, you follow, because you enjoy what they're telling you. But that's a one-sided opinion. There's always two or multiple sides. It's not just one side. You're just hearing that part of it. But there's also another side. And if you're going to be objective about something, you need to do the full analysis, a broad analysis of all the information out there, and then come to your own conclusion fairly and objectively. But people don't do that. A lot of people don't do that. Because they're either here or they're here. They're not here. It is what it is. But that is also, again, the reality of the situation. And that's all I could do is shake my head. It's definitely SMH. Roll my eyes because I'm just glad I do what I do. And I have to, like I said, you only could answer for yourself. And sometimes you have to be in controlled power of attorney or whatever and make decisions for the people you love. Their lives are in your hands. And you need to be responsible with that decision. It's a life decision. And it's sad because, like I said, there's a multitude of reasons people don't go to the doctor. They can't afford health care. They can't pay to go to the doctor. Or the medication cost. Or don't have the time because they work 2 jobs. And they just can't find the time. And it doesn't matter your age, because you could have something at an early age and you don't even know it. You could be a diabetic at the age of 18, but you never got it diagnosed. And it's just going to become a more serious problem as the person gets older, because it affects a lot of your body in different ways. But they don't get it diagnosed. And I mean, again, there's so many different things that go on in a person's life. But for me, like, I see the doctor January 17th. I got my blood work done. It was amazing. He hasn't seen it yet because he'll look at it when I'm there, but I already know the results and I'm excited. And I can't wait to talk to him. And I know how excited he's going to be for me as his patient for 18 years, and knowing my medical history and how hard I've worked to be where I'm at right now. But only I can do that. The doctors can't do it for you. You have to do it for yourself. Talk is cheap. It's the action that is important. So it's so easy for people to talk side out of their mouth. It's another thing to be doing it yourself and taking action, responsible action. I gotta check my fire. This is going out. This is not good. I'm gonna have to relight it. I don't think that's enough to spark it. I don't like to use my treated wood things. This should start. I gotta get down here. There's still some in here. If I could spark it. I don't know if there's enough. I don't think it's going to be enough. I'm going to have to put a stick. I hate using them unnecessarily. If I was paying attention, I wouldn't have to use a stick. Because there's a shortage now. I went to Home Depot. I found one box. I have 2 boxes, or 2 bags left of this stuff. It's going to last me. It's called fat wood. It's pre-treated little wood sticks to get fires started. It is so important for me, for the fires. It helps start the fires up. I shouldn't have let this fire go out. This is a fat wood bag. I have 3 of them now, actually 2.5. It's called fat wood. They're pre-treated sticks to get the fire started in the fireplaces. It's a tremendous help. Just trying to see if it's going to catch. Looks like it's going to. I'm going to have to go outside and get more wood. It's nice sunny, but it's cold. I don't have to see my cardiologist for 4 months now, because all my tests were exceptional. Everything, both sides, cardiologist and physician. Well, I know what he's going to tell me. There's nothing to talk about. Even though my arm is getting better, but I still feel a little pain. I still want an MRI. And I'll get that scheduled, and I'll get that MRI done within a week. Because up here, Huh? It's gonna be windy all day. Oh my God, it's done. What time is it? That was... Oh shit, I just ended the call. I'm gonna have to mute this call. He does not like to be heard. What the heck? He's the host of a show that's on tonight. Hello?
Can you hear?
I can barely hear you. You're breaking up, but I'm live streaming, so I'm gonna mute to talk to you. Hold on. Hold on. He's breaking up bad. Oh my gosh.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Let me mute. Hold on. Do you want to try the phone instead? Because Skype seems to be really bad right now.
Say again?
You want to call me on the phone? I'll call you on the phone. The signal is really bad.
Oh, can you hear me?
Barely, but let me try to call you back on your phone. Is your phone working?
Hang on. Yeah. There. Try that. That's better.
Okay. Let me mute. He's right near the fires in California. That signal was brutal. Oh, the fire's going. I had to hang up on him. It's bad in California. He's on the outside in the mountains. I had to reboot my phone. I couldn't even hang up on him. It got frozen. Let's try the phone.
We're sorry, your call did not.
Oh, wow. His phone is not working. Let me try it again. Skype. Bad. No bueno. No bueno. Your phone doesn't work.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you barely, but I tried calling you on the phone. It went right to voicemail, which means it's either dead or no signal. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Don? Don?
Oh, Bill. This damn thing.
Doesn't look good. Let me just try to do this.
fucking speaker is off.
Oh, can you hear me though? Can you hear me now? I'm gonna keep talking. All right, I'm texting you. Breaking up badly. He hung up. He's not gonna be able to do the show tonight. It's just a bad situation over there. He's trying to call again. Wait, Mom, I'm on the phone with someone. So can you hear me now? Bad connection. Yeah, very bad connection. That's what it's showing on my end. Very bad connection on your end. I don't know if you're going to be able to do the show tonight because your connection is bad. All right, I can hear you now. Can you hear me though? All right, there's a heavy delay right now. Hopefully this will be resolved by tonight. If you can't do tonight, I mean, you can't do tonight. I hear you delayed. Like, okay, generator's working. Thank God that you and Vicky are okay. I don't know if you can even hear me, but thank God you're both okay. That's the main thing. Okay, but it seems like, all right, there's a lot of interference and stuff going on, and it's showing me your connection is poor, so it keeps it's disconnecting. It keeps disconnecting due to poor signal. It keeps disconnecting due to poor signal on your end. Well, look, try to call me later on this afternoon, and if you're not there tonight, we know why, because we totally get what's going on over there. No power. Did they tell you when the power's coming back? Oh. I understand. And well, text me on Skype. Text me on Skype to give me an update so I can let the guys know if you're going to be there or not later. And my love to both of you, and be safe, because I heard about the looters around too. Chris told me. I know that. The biggest mistake they could make is messing with Don Ecker. That's for sure. Uh-huh. Wow. 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 Wow, Don. That's crazy. So it was the wind. the wind damage there, not the fire, but the wind damage. Wow, that's hurricane force winds. Wow, Don. Well, like I said, the main thing is you and Vicky are okay. You got gas for the generator. Make sure you can get more gas if you need it. And God willing, the power will come back on later today. Worst case, hopefully tomorrow. Well, my love to both of you. Text me, call me if anything. I will. And love to both of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Wow. He's not affected by the fires, but the wind did a lot of damage. Trees down, blocked roads. It's bad. Even with the wind damage. They have no power where they are. Oh shit. Did I unlock it? It's locked. Unlock. I gotta do this. It's this side this week. There it goes. Done. Just like that. Done. This could be hard to find too. Because a lot of people are taking this stuff as a weight loss supplement. I use that for both weight loss and for my A1C. But that was designed for A1C, to lower one's A1C. But people use it, like it's some kind of a wonder drug to lose weight. Instead of doing it the right way, like I have, exercising and dieting, on top of that, yes. Absolutely. Now I gotta call him. Pine Bush. Yes, absolutely call him. Absolutely call him. Because I told you after the, things settle down after the new year to call him. And I'm sure I just look, Contact in the Desert is the end of May, beginning of June. So if you want to do Dolan in like July or August, talk to him. Work out a date that suits both of you. But just forget about the beginning of the June. And I would even say, best case scenarios, end of June, July, August. That's what I'm just giving you that suggestion. It's up to you what you want to do.
Yeah.
And also, I didn't.
Did you say end of July?
No. End of June into August is the best time.
Right.
I didn't go Saturday because my friends left because they had a snowstorm where they live. So they left my house at 9:30 in the morning on Saturday, and went back home. Yeah, they live in Pennsylvania. They got hit hard. But it is what it is. And I also talked to the Paranormal Rangers. I told them that if they're out east, which they're going to be doing a few events this year, to let me know so I can let you know. Also, there's Marianne Robb, and I have the email from her and her partner. They're part of the UAPPDs, the Unidentified Aerial Phenomenon Police Department, the cases of police officers. And they're willing to do a presentation at Pine Bush, just so you know. They sent me their info and their bios. If and when you want me to send that to you, you let me know.
Yep, send it to me. Where are they located?
Arizona.
All right. So this is a big ticket now.
Yeah, but let's say they're doing an event out east, and while they're out east, we could bring them here. I could talk to Marianne. She's a good friend of mine.
Right.
But again, these are people that are willing to come. Travis wants to come back to Pine Bush. Kathleen Martin wants to come back to Pine Bush. I have a whole bunch of people that are interested to coming back to Pine Bush, but we have to figure out how we're going to work this out. If there's going to be a standalones or smaller ones with headliners doing it, you know, you got to figure that out, and then you let me know moving forward what you want. So I'm going to email you. Got it. Double L, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Should I? Yep.
I'll work on that right away. Give him a call. Leave a message.
Okay. Hey, weird question. Do you know what? Good.
Good. But we have to start figuring out what we're going to do this summer for Pine Bush.
Right.
So let me know. Keep me in the loop. Call me. Text me.
I will. I promise.
All right. Have a great one. Call me.
Be good. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Tycho, I know you want to come in the room. I hear you.
Hey, Billy.
What's happening? I'm live streaming, but I have news for you. I just got off the phone with Lance. I am to now officially forward your information, which I'm going to do right now, to him at his email because he's interested. He's interested.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So he was talking about, are you guys doing any events on the East Coast scheduled yet?
No, we don't have anything. We just have Sierra Vista in state. We only have in state right now.
Okay. The reason I say that, because if you were out east at an event, it could be cheaper just to get you here for him while you're out east.
Well, and that's what I figured, and I understand that. So I'd probably be doing it myself. I don't know if Dave would do that, but
Okay.
I could still come out and do, I'd say like my brother, like I've done in the past. So I could be out there if we get the invitation. I'd be out there to be like I've done before. Be out there for Pine Bush to go visit my brother.
And you could stay with your brother and you could stay with me.
Right, exactly.
Okay.
So that's what I would do. I would like to get some kind of, a little honorarium or something to.
Of course, that's for sure. You would
Okay.
definitely get that.
And I'd like to have just if I could have a table, because I'm going to have T-shirts. and
That's
stuff
not a
like that.
problem either. All speakers get a table.
Oh, cool. And that's it. But no, I don't need the flight. I'll take care of the flight part of it.
Oh man, really?
Yeah, I would definitely do that because we really need to get the word out. We really need
All right.
to push. our
Stay there.
organization.
Stay on the phone. I'm gonna add him to the call. I just forwarded your bios and the images. Hold on, I'm gonna add him. Stand by. If we get disconnected, I'll call you back. Stand by.
Okay, sounds good.
Recents. Lance should be at the top right there. Boom. Here we go. Hold on. I'm merging the call. Oh my God, not with Chris. Get Chris off. He's calling me. I have Marianne on the line, the one I was just telling you about, Lance, with the UAPD, and she actually has a proposal for you, which is unbelievable because that's the person she is. She's just that kind of person. So she's willing to pay for her flight to come to Pine Bush. As you know, you just got to worry about covering her. She could stay here. She's going to stay with her brother, and just you pay her the fee, the speaker fee.
Okay. Well, first off, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you guys talk now.
Okay. Hey.
That could be good for Pine Bush. That could be really good for Pine Bush. Okay. This is getting interesting. Okay. And I gotta call Chris back, and then I gotta call Mark. This is the way it is. This is my life. And it's great. I have fun with it. I gotta eat. I haven't had nothing. The fire's going out again. Come on. Chris, pick up the phone.
Yeah, Reese. 315
Oh.
559
I can't call Mark until I'm muted. This fire is being super stubborn. Ridiculous. I have a very, very interesting develop that just happened over the last few minutes.
Let me guess. Pine Bush has some.
Oh, let me mute. Let me mute.
Hospitable. It's like hello.
Oh, let me. The Enterprise is coming today. The other one is coming next week. Is that? Can you create those patterns for me?
I have to look and see which ones they are, which version, and see if I can find an example of pattern. And then the answer is yes. Once I get an example of pattern, I can replicate it and create it for you.
So how do I tell you which ones that I'm getting? Do I send you the information about these models?
I just need to know the enterprise number, which one it is, and then
Hold on.
it's like that's a very specific enterprise.
Yes, I'm gonna send you right now. I'm doing files. I'm so glad I helped Marianne with this.
Yeah, you can unmute now if you want to. 'Cause
I already unmuted.
okay.
Hold-
Hi there, whoever's listening.
Hold on, Mark. No, after we got rid of our initial not got rid. After we discussed what we had to do off the air. That's all right. I'm going to send you the 2 images of the boxes. I've got to go through this though. I'm going to send you the 2 images of the boxing for the Enterprise. Dude, they have a Starship model. It's over 2 feet high.
Yeah.
But it's $200, but it's gorgeous. There's a Starship launch Monday, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Just so you know. Daryl told me. All right, hold on. All right, so this is the one that we were looking at with the Aztec pattern. But this is the box. I'm sending it to you right now on Skype.
Okay.
Let me see let me find the other Enterprise. Because I took pictures. I did some research on the Millennium Falcon of other model builders that did it. Oh my God, Mark, it's amazing. The details some people did on the Millennium. Here it is. This is the one.
I know.
I am so psyched, dude. I am psyched. All right, I sent you the other Enterprise model image of the box.
Okay.
So you have both of them, and maybe you can open it up and zoom in to see the parameters of what exactly it consists of. I'm checking now. I got 6, 7 things coming today, including the Enterprise. One of them.
Okay.
I told you yesterday. I got the flat black, 2 grays, and a white.
Yeah.
Hold on. It doesn't matter. I'll look at this after. Oh, there it is.
Then you got the airbrush coming too. So
Tomorrow.
that'll be good too.
That comes tomorrow. So it says the scale is
You have to learn how to. Yeah.
the scale is 1 to 537 scale. It's the NCC 1701 refit.
Okay.
But you have the picture, the image
Yeah,
of it.
I'll look at it. Yeah.
And this way,
You see the wildfires in Los Angeles?
Donica, you don't even know, dude. It's bad.
Yeah.
Oh my God. The fire's not the problem. Where he's at, it's the wind, 80 to 90 mile per hour gusts.
Yeah.
He had a
I
big.
mean, since LA is on fire, I think Biden should give more money to Ukraine.
Dude, a big tree fell in his house and blocked the road. They came with chainsaws. He said there's debris everywhere.
Wow.
And he has no power. He was on his generator, but I couldn't establish a solid connection with him. That's how bad it is. His phone is off. It's not even, forget about the cell tower connection. So we're supposed to do a show tonight, but he's out. He's not gonna be able to do it.
Okay.
But there's so much going on. And he said there was even looting going on in the houses around.
Jesus.
Yeah, he said it's really bad. He said it was like Armageddon over there, where he lives.
How did you talk to him?
Texting and briefly on Skype, but it was poor connection and it was breaking up.
Okay.
So, and that was as of about an hour ago I talked to him. So it's chaotic, but he said he's okay. Him and Vicky are all right, and he's just hanging in there. That's exactly what he said. I'm just hanging in there, Bill. Hoping the power comes back today or tomorrow. So that's his status. So anyway, I will, because I'm live, I'm going to get off because I haven't eaten nothing. I did put shelving on the wall behind me to put the models on.
Good.
And it looks really nice. And I put other stuff on there for now, but as I build models, I'll take stuff off and put a model there. Also, I did order rechargeable, no, not even, it could be, but plug-in mini lights, 6 of them, and they connect to a controller, and then it gets plugged in. You could do it by plug or USB, but I have it now for the display to shine onto the models.
Very good.
So I'm not playing.
That's really cool. If you want to make it even more cool, you could build a model of a dry dock and have tiny spotlights aiming at the Enterprise model inside of the dry dock, the space dry dock.
Oh my God. You see, you know you're a bad influence. You know that, right?
Well, you know, I mean, I look at it as a built space. When it's
You're gonna make me go crazy. But
Well, that'd be a showcase model.
I'm already crazy, so that's not anything out of the ordinary.
Yeah. I mean, I can laser cut all the plastic parts for the dry dock where you already just have to figure out what it looks like. And then you could build the dry dock and then assemble it and make the dry dock its own display.
Oh my God.
And then you have little tiny spotlights that you put at various places in the dry dock to illuminate the model, plus the lights within the Starship.
You know,
It looks like a freaking city, man.
You know what I could do? You just gave me an idea now. I can get hooks, anchor them into the ceiling with another shelf, and put that as a standalone. Do you know what I mean? I have ideas now.
I told you, you know, but you got to keep in mind that everything takes time.
Yep. Now, this is not going to be a rush thing. It's going to take me months to get these models done properly. This is not going to be like a 2-day thing. This is going to be a time-consuming effort.
Just take your time and make sure that you stay focused on one model at a time.
Yes.
Get the model done and then
Move on.
details, all that.
Yep. And like I said, I just did it last night briefly. I did the research on other people's model renditions of the Millennium Falcon, and I got the images, and I'm going to be a stickler to detail and put the bluish lights in the back where the engine is. I've done already a research on the Millennium, but that's, like I said, I'm going to do the due diligence on the research on trying to get the way it looks by other people, expert model makers, and their examples. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that's the best way to go about it, what other people have done. And I'm telling you, some people have gone above and beyond in their model making. It's just awe-inspiring, like how beautiful they are.
Yeah, it's something else, right?
It is. Anyway, thank you as always. I'll see you Saturday, and I'll text you on this one. Either way, it's okay if I don't or do, you know?
Okay, just let me know.
But I appreciate the offer.
Right.
All right, I'll talk to you. Call me if anything.
Thanks, Bill.
Bye.
Bye.
He offered for me to stay at his house, and that's awesome. But I got to worry about this one. Momzilla. She's not going to let me stay over his house. She's going to want me to come home the same night because she doesn't want to be alone. I already know what's coming. I already know. I don't even have to. My fire's going now. I don't even have to. She's floating. She's by that door, and I know she's going to come in to address it. I know it. I know her too well. She's going to, you can't leave me alone. I don't have a car. What happens if something happens? What about Tycho? I can hear it already. It is what it is. It's just the things I have to deal with. And a lot of you have to deal with personal stuff that you deal with. Family, co-workers, friends. It's part of life. It's the stresses around us. And we have to do what's right. You know, and it's not every, you know, a lot of decisions are not easy decisions. A lot of decisions are tough, but you got to make them. Whether you like it or not. It's simple. It's not complicated. Life is got a lot of things to throw at you. Financial, health, commitment, whatever it is. That's life. Responsibilities. Period. Responsibilities. Ma, can you do me a favor? Do me a favor. Matter of fact, forget it. I changed my mind. No, I've changed my mind. I'm gonna eat because Commander Cobra sent me, and I gotta start using it. He sent me the Omaha steak stuff. So there's burgers in there. There's steak in there too. There's all kinds of stuff he sent. But I'm gonna have a couple of burgers on rye bread later. Forget, I'll do it. Forget, I was gonna ask you. But do me a big favor. Bring me a bottle of soda. That's what I need, a bottle of soda. Oh my God. It's only after 1 already.
here. You want soda?
Yes, just leave it on the table.
Oh, okay.
And make sure you take your medication.
Oh, my God, I haven't taken it.
Make sure.
All of them?
Yes, all of them. Of course. Take your medication. But did you eat? Did you eat?
No.
Eat first, then take your medication.
All of them?
Of course. Yes.
Mira.
Huh? I'm live right now, so it's right there. I know, it's right there. Now, the thing that Mark was talking about. Oh my God, him making a laser printed.
There's nothing here.
But there is one there in the tray.
What tree?
Oh my God. Where I rolled the cigarettes, there's one in the tray. That's another thing. I must quit. Even if it's only 3 or 4 a day, because I light it, put it out, light it, put it out. It doesn't matter. I should be at 0. This has to stop. Oh, what is all these messages?
Nene, there's nothing there.
There is one there. I see it from here. It's in that tray, right there. I see it.
What? Point it.
It's where I rolled the cigarettes, in the tray, on that table. Keep going. Right there. Straight down below you. Oh, really? Tycho, I know. Here. Oh, God.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Come on, Taquito, move out of the way.
So what? Oh, that's a bad example. That's not the right example. This is the good example. So what Mark, the Aztec pattern that we were discussing, that he has to know the specific model for the size, for the both enterprises. You see how the pattern is underneath and along on the base? Even here, how it's the different shades of gray? Well, he can print out a pattern in triangles to overlap it, to spray it with the air brush. Because there's different types of grays here, and you have to blend the paints accordingly. And then it's got to be darker in here. I plan on going all out and replicating what this looks like. This is not going to be a project that's going to be a week. This is going to take me a long time because I got to put the lighting in there. I got so much stuff that Mark made me go crazy to get. Crazy. And they're all going to end up eventually up there. So this is Tycho, please. I know you want to go outside. Wait. I'm going to get off. I got to eat. Oh, he's getting mad at me. He doesn't want to be petted. He wants me to take him out. He's like, don't pet me. Take me out. He's right here. Standing up. You can't see him. But the babies, the vackles, the babies now. Mr. Spoiled. I do want to hear my song. I could do that later. I gotta work. I just want to check the Amazon orders, if they're on the way, some of them. Arriving today. Arriving today. Track package. Out for delivery as of 11:37. That means this stuff won't get here till tonight. It went out late. It won't get here till like 5, 6 o'clock tonight while I'm working. Anyway, I'm getting off because I'm going to go eat. I am twisted. Hungry. Oh, now it says out for delivery. $2:45 to $4:45. But wait a minute. That's not everything. That's a partial. I have like 7, 8 things coming today. That might be UPS. Uh-oh. Oh, now it says it. 2:45. That's bizarre. What about this one? Oh, it didn't go out. That's not coming till tomorrow now. That's why. Next page. Tomorrow. All right, what about the paint? That's out. How come it's not showing there? That wind is crazy. Anyway, let me get the heck off and go eat. So it looks like Pine Bush is rounding up. It's just chaos. This house is chaos. So many things happen at any given time. Between shows, work, other things that I'm involved with, it's just like nonstop. It hasn't stopped since I started streaming. It's like getting flooded with calls and messages and texts and more. The dog, mom. I do want to hear my song from that I wrote. I just want to hear it one time. Oh man. It's the edit. It's the edit. It's in documents. There it is, extended.
Yeah, yeah, turn up to the beat on all. Turn up the volume, crank up the bass, rocking to the beat, no time to waste. Grooving to the music, bouncing on my feet. Come on, everybody, get off your seat. Get that groove on, no matter where you be. Shake it anywhere, baby, you and me. Join me on the dance floor, rock it all night. Closer to your body, under the moonlight. Tingling down my spine, electricity in the air. Swaying with my baby, electrostatic in our hair. Keeping with the rhythm in beat and mood of tones. Feeding off your energy, rattling my bones. Cruising down the highway, my baby by my side. Turn up the volume, rocking as we ride. Driving to a full beats, car seems to be alive. All in sync together, this is how we thrive. As we get home, we turn down the light. You and I together make it through the night. Marvin plays in the room, let's get it on. Music made with each other to the break of dawn. Tingling down my spine, electricity in the air. Swaying with my baby, electrostatic in our hair. Keeping with the rhythm in beat and mood of tones. Feeding off your energy, rattling my bones. to the music, bouncing on my feet. Come on, everybody, get off your seat. Get that groove on, no matter where you be. Shake it anywhere, baby, you and me. Join me on the dance floor, rock it all night. Closer to your body under the moonlight. Cruising down the highway, my baby by my side. Turn up the volume, rocking as we ride. Driving the world for beats, car seems to be alive. All in sync together, this is how we thrive. As we get home, we turn down the light. You and I together make it through the night.
Okay, I heard it. I'm good. I wrote that 2 days ago, I think. I know C likes that version, but I like the other version too. This might be it.
Turn up the volume, crank up the bass, rockin' to the beat, no time to waste.
I want to put a drum part to this.
Grooving to the music, bouncing on my feet. Come on, everybody, get off your seat. Get that groove on, no matter where you be.
I wrote this
Get
to
anywhere,
lyrics.
baby, you and me. Join me on the dance floor, rock it all night. Closer to your body, under the moonlight. Tingling down my spine, electricity in the air. Swaying with my baby, electrostatic in our hair. Keeping with
I got exhausted from playing that fast. That was a little tough toward the end. I was running out of steam. Whew. It's fast on the double bass drums. A lot of pedal action. It got a little dicey. I might as well warm up. This might be the wrong version.
Daydreams turn to night.
That has my drums on it. I don't want the drums on it. That's not it either. These are songs I wrote lyrics to. This one doesn't have the drums.
As twilight approaches with colorful hues, the daydreams turn to night. Twinkling appears slowly above the hints of the heavenly light. With each passing moment, wonders are born, like years traveled, determining their date. A look through a time machine, how long before we know their fate? The wonders of dreams race against time, the brilliance of light and shooting stars. What lies above? gather in the fields, the fall's harvest to complete. Light dims in the heavenly hearth, bonfires glow bright with symbolic heat. Samhain begins for all to celebrate, the physical and other world to interact. Blessings for the new harvest, fires to seal their yearly pact. Pumpkins smiling throughout the house, emitting their light in the dark. Spiders bounce on their glittering web, dogs can be heard as they begin to bark. Shadows in the distance, the source yet unclear. The moon shines brightly, howls in the night, I tremble with fear. Candy awaits in the jack-o'-lanterns, children all dressed in their Halloween guise. Traditional parties blaring Monster Mash, everyone dressed in their best disguise. Ghouls and zombies walking through the streets, superheroes but not skipping a beat, all dressed in their costumes, ringing or knocking, it's time for trick or treat. Old house sits at the end of the road, creaks can be heard from the rusty gate. The door opens as bats depart, the place seems haunted, should we investigate? We enter slowly using our backlit phones as we approach the stairs. A voice screams loudly, get out and beware. Candy's all gone, it's silly, quiet music plays from the TV. It's time to make popcorn, but what could that be? The movie just started, it's just the Michael Myers theme. Time to relax, enjoy the night, my favorite movie, Halloween. Candy awaits in the jack-o'-lanterns, children all dressed in their Halloween guise. Traditional parties bearing Monster Mash, everyone dressed in their best disguise. Ghouls and zombies walking through the streets, superheroes but not skipping a beat, all dressed in their costumes, ringing or knocking, it's time for trick or treat. Candy awaits in the jack-o'-lanterns, children all dressed in their Halloween guise. Traditional parties bearing Monster Mash, everyone dressed in their best disguise. Ghouls and zombies walking through the streets, superheroes but not skipping a beat, all dressed in their costumes, ringing or knocking, it's time for trick or treat. They gather in the fields, the fall's harvest to complete. Light dims in the heavenly hearth, bonfires glow bright with symbolic heat. Samhain begins for all to celebrate, the physical and other world to interact. Blessings for the new harvest, fires to seal their yearly pact. Pumpkins smiling throughout the house, emitting their light in the dark. Spiders bounce on their glittering web, dogs can be heard as they begin to bark. Shadows in the distance, the source yet unclear. The moon shines brightly, howls in the night, I tremble with fear. Candy awaits in the jack-o'-lanterns, children all dressed in their Halloween guise. Traditional parties blaring Monster Mash.
It's amazing amazing how shitty that sounds without the drums. You might think it sounds terrible with the drums. I don't know, but for me, and I was a little off with my timing, but it happens. But it takes a lot out of me. It does. It's a lot of energy. All right, I'm getting the heck off. I'm going to eat, take the dog out, take care of fires, all that. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. I'll be back tonight, later tonight, after I'm done with work.